Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are back again with a new video. In this video, we are going to see a capstone project on student management system using Tkinter. So, we'll understand this project one by one, that what each line states and what is the meaning of each word and line. So, let's start this by importing the required libraries and bringing in the tools. So firstly, import Tkinter as Tk. Here Tkinter is Python's built-in GUI package. Here it's imported as Tk for shorthand. And here TTK is a submodule of Tkinter that provides a themed widget like tree view which look more modern and platform consistent. And now in the next, here message box. So this is a module that allows for pop-up dialogues like error, information or warning messages. So this was the import for this project, and now we'll see the class setup, means the blueprint for the app. So here we have this defines a custom class that wraps everything related to the student management. So everything like interface, logic is encapsulated inside this class for structure and reusability. So here in this function, it is a special method automatically when the class is initiated. So root is the main window, tk object passed later, and title is that it sets the window title bar, and geometry means this sets the initial window size, which is 600 into 400. And now we'll store the data. So here self.student, this initializes an empty Python list to hold students record, and each student will be stored as a dictionary. So here we can see input from frame, which is a grouping entry widget. So here frame is equals to tk.frame root. A frame is a container widget. It holds the input fields neatly. And dot pack, this adds vertical space 10 pixels above and below the frame, as it is given paddy is equals to 10. Now we'll see the input fields, which are the capturing student information. So each input field includes a label, which is a text prompt, and the entry input box. So here tk.label frame text is equals to student ID. This prompts the user for the student ID. So this label will ask the student for its ID. And dot grid, this places the label in the grid. And pad x and pad y add spacing between the widgets. So similarly we have created for name, and similarly we have created for age. So this label will show and ask the name for the student, and this will ask the name. This label will ask the age of the student, and the next label will ask the class for the student. So here we have taken the rows and columns and padding x and padding y. So this will create a usual and appealing UI. So here we'll add the buttons so that it can be more nice. So here add button, this adds and creates a button that says add student. It means by clicking on this button we can add students. And command is equals to self.add student. This links the button to the method that handles the adding logic. So this will link the button to the handling logic. And now we'll see the tree view to show the students. So displaying the student list. So this will display the student list. So basically firstly we'll define columns. So column contains ID, name, age and class, all the things which we have created the labels for. So it is a tuple of column identifiers for the tree window. And now we'll create tree view widget. So for that we'll create self.tree is equals to ttk.treeview. So it is like a table widget which will create table with headings. And here show is equals to heading. This hides the first default column and shows only the named heading. So it will hide the first column. And now we'll define the column headers. So these are the column headers as self.tree.heading. ID and its text will be student ID. Name and its text heading will be name. Age and class for the class. So this sets the readable text for each column header. And now we'll pack tree view into the window. So this line expands in both width and height. So here in this line, expand is equals to true takes available space and adds padding around the widget through pad X and pad Y. And now we'll create a delete button. So we can delete if we don't need any student's information. So this will place a button below the tree view. So this button when clicked, it will call delete student to remove the selected entry. And now within this function, we'll add student method. So this method will retrieve text from each entry field and it will validate the inputs. And this will append the new student to the student list and updates the tree view. So here we can see input retrieval. So sid is equals to self.id and name, age, s class. So these are the input validations. So if not sid or not name or not age or not class, so the message box will show an error that all fields are required. Means if you will miss entering any of the fields, it will show an error message. So and also if not age is digit, means age should be in digit number, and if you entered any string, so it will show an error like age must be in a number. So it ensures that age is numeric. And also we'll check duplicate, so that here we'll check for duplicate so that any student is not doubled or its entry is not 2 times. So this will raise less errors. So this prevents multiple students with the same ID. And now if we will enter the same ID for the student, so it will show an error as student ID already exists. And now we'll add the student. So here student is equals to ID and name, age and class. So these all are the clear fields. So this will add students information to the table, as we can enter ID, name, age or class. And now we'll clear some entries. So these are used to clear the entries after the student is successfully added. Means ID, name and age if successfully entered, then it can clear the entry. And now we'll update tree view method. So this will update the tree view method. So firstly we will clear the old rows. So here this function will clear the old rows, and so the old rows are cleared so that we can insert all the new students. So we can insert as the student ID, name, student age and student's class. So then once entered, now here we can delete student method. So if we have selected, then we can delete student selection, and if we have not selected, then it will give us a warning message as select a student to delete. It means we have to first select a student, then we can delete the student. And now we'll identify and remove the list. So here, so this will see the first entered student, it means the first selected student, and then we will see if the ID is not matching, then we can select and remove from the list. And here this line creates the main application window and instantiates the student management system class, and main loop keeps the window open and responsive. And now we will see its output, that how it looks. So this is how our window look. So here, as we can enter the student ID and we can enter the student name and student's age and student's class. So as we'll click on add student, so this will successfully add the student ID, student name and age of the student. And let's add one more student. So we'll keep the student ID and we'll keep the student name and age and class. So now we'll see how to delete this. So as we will click on the student, then we can click on the button delete selected. So see, as we haven't selected any student, so this will show a warning that select a student to delete. So this is how this student management system works. So thanks for watching this video.